Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about link queries. While doing manipulations with data tables or a large set of data, we probably might have encountered some difficulties while doing the manipulations on these kind of data, right? So especially with data tables, which are, multiple data tables, when we wanted to apply some conditions on two different data tables with multiple columns, and if you want to retrieve the data from there, that's a kind of tiring task where we encounter a lot of difficulties, right? So link query will definitely help you out to deal with all these kind of difficult scenarios while dealing with a huge amount of data. So here I have come up with a series on link queries. So I'm going to starting it from the basic, so where I'll be covering it up with all different functions that we have for the link query. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a small basic example using a where function of the link query. So you will be understanding all the concepts. Like if you're good at the basics, so you can apply them on a critical scenarios wherein you can extend the concepts into the multiple data tables as well, and also we can see what are the different functions that we have and everything that is complex around the link queries. So for this small example, I'm using a small data sheet that I have. So this Excel file that I'm taking as an example contains 10,000 rows. Let me just open it for you and show what exactly we are doing in this example. Okay, here it is. So if you just observe this Excel that I have 10,500 rows with multiple columns in it. So just going with the basics right now. So we all know that we can use the read range to get the data from the Excel, and I'm storing it into a data table. I'm naming it as a DT employee details. And what exactly I'm doing here is, let me show you the query that I've written. So here, if you just observe, I'm having DT employee details, which is my data table, and I'm converting that into an enumerable. So in order to apply the functions that we have for to to get the properties, or to activate to utilize the properties of the data table, we have to use some functions. So where is one such function which will be enabling us to use the properties of the data table? So here, in order to use where, I have to convert this data table into an enumerable. So if you just observe, let me recreate this one for you. Just the query, I'm going to write it over here so that you can understand why we are doing all these steps. So if you just see, I'm not able to get the where function from here. So it's not possible. So in order to do that, I have to convert this into an enumerable, and then you can see multiple functions under it, not just where. So if you can see here, we have lookup, we have where, we have multiple other functions like sum, we have select, we have group, order, we have minimum, maximum. So multiple functions are there. So going forward, we will see how we can apply all these functions and how easily we can perform manipulations on different data tables or the different columns when then there's a huge set of data without losing any of such, and that too within short period of time we can get the result. So let's see with a example with where. So I'm using where function here. So for that, I'm converting this into an enumerable. So for that, I am using data table dot as enumerable. So I think it's clear till this part. So after that, if you just observe, we are having the we are getting the recommendations, right? So here you can see we have multiple different versions of it. Like you can use where of the data row and as a collection. So there are multiple ways. So let's see what we can achieve in this example. So I'm using function of x. So here what I'm doing exactly is I'm in when I'm selecting where, I'm telling that I wanted it, I wanted the function of X. So what it actually do is it will be holding the properties of the data table that we are converting it into an enumerable. Okay, so now whatever the values that condition that I wanted to print over here, I can write it under X of. So let's consider if you're using a data table, so row of a particular column name, we will mention it, right? So in the same way we can just give it over here. So X of what exactly I need. Let me go over the sheet and I can clearly show you the column names and we can write it over the condition. So let's say I'm going to take all the values of all the employees that are having a rating greater than 3. Okay, so how you're going to write it? So I'm going to mention X of rating. Okay, so dot toString. So this is a toString value. I'm converting it to a string value, right? And here this is an integer value, so that's why I'm converting this into an integer first, and then I'm checking if it's greater than 3, right? So if it's greater than 3, then I wanted to print all those values into a different data table, right? So for that, what we have to exactly do here, because if you just observe here, we got an error. So let's see what is the error. If you just observe here, it is showing cannot assign from type collection to type data table, correct? So it's a collection. So if you remember, we are converting this into an enumerable, right? So we have to convert that back into a data table in order to assign it into a variable of type data table. So for that, I'm using dot copy to data table, right? So it's just simple that we have to understand each and every part of the code that we are writing, so that even though if this scenario is complex, we can easily try to replicate into the required scenario. It's just that I'm going to comment this out and run this part of the query. I'm just running it. Let's close it, otherwise it's gonna throw an error. So we can see that the bot started running and it's finished in 6 seconds. So we had 10,500 rows of data, but still it just took 6 seconds to finish off the execution, and it has written back into an Excel. So if you just observe, it is returning all the rows that are having a rating that is greater than 3, right? So let's say if you want to get the rows with one more condition. So this is all we know, right? So it's just that one small extension that we are going to do based on our requirement. So let's say if we have one more condition like and, so I'm just giving an and here with int of. So here I wanted to give one more column name, so for that I'm giving X of which is tenure. So tenure is one column that I'm having here, dot to string. And I'm going to check if this is greater than 4. So if it's greater than 4, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have it into a separate data column, data table. Okay, so here shows there's a syntax error. So let's say what is that? It's just with the parenthesis, I think. We can just check it and close it. Okay, so it's just that so we what we have written here, let me just iterate you for one more time, which I'll increase this window size. So it's a data table. In order to apply the functions that we have in the Linq query, we are converting this into of type enumerable. So data table is converted to enumerable, and we are going to apply this function where, so in order to access the properties of the data table, we are using function of x, where x of this particular column name, so this is just normal condition, we are converting it into a string because it's of type data row, so converting it into a string. So as we know that we are checking it with an integer type, I'm changing this into a c int of. And if you have multiple conditions, we know that we either go for and or based on our conditions. So I'm just including one more value, which is the int x of tenured or toString is greater than 4. So based on this condition, whatever the values that I'm getting, those will be of type collection. So in order to copy them into a data table, I'm using copy to data table. So it's just that simple. So it's a very small basic example that we have. So let's close this. I'm going to delete it so that I'll get a new file, and I'm going to run this. So let's see what we get here. Okay, it's done. It got executed and we got the revised table. So this is a very basic small example that I'm showing if you're new to Linq queries. So if you have any critical scenarios, or if you have come up with some scenarios where you are facing a problem, you can just let me know in the comment section and I'll try to pick it up and explain for you. Okay, I think it's very, very slow. Let me go to the folder and open it. So going forward, we will be seeing where queries also we have complex scenarios where we will be using so let's say we have two different data tables, how we can apply the where function for getting the matched values or get the non-matched values. So next videos will be on that. So if you are interested to learn Linq queries in through advanced scenarios, so do subscribe to my channel, and so that you don't miss any of the video after I upload. So this is the final output that I got after executing this query that we've updated right now. So I think this video is useful for you, and if you have liked, or if you have found anything that is difficult, let me know in the comment section and I'll try to answer you back through that. Thank you so much for watching.